Arlene here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How in the world are you guys doing today? It is so good to see you again, and thank you so much for stopping back by to see what I'm up to. And what I'm up to today is I'm going to do a lantern swag after I answer, about 6 or 7 of your questions. So I decided to combine the two in this video because I promised that I would answer these questions as soon as I could. So this is my next video, obviously after my mantle video. So I will continue to do the questions if I get more, in with my Christmas decor series here. But I just kind of cut I was gonna do like the hearth along with this lantern decor, which might have been too much. So I decided, no, I'm just gonna answer the questions and do the lantern swag. And then the next video will either be the staircase, because as you can see, if you can see the staircase there, Chris has removed the pip berries. And we're fixing to wrap our brains around the pine garland, or it will be the mantle, or it will be the hearth. So, you know what? And also, I wanted just to mention to you, I know that my videos, I've been posting a lot, but my videos have been going up at all different times and different days than I normally do. And you guys, I'm just gonna keep doing that because I like to post when I'm finished. I like to post when I'm finished the decor and when I'm finished editing the video. I don't care to wait a day or two, especially if I'm telling you about a piece of clothing or something like that that I may be hauling. I like to do it as close to in real time as I can here. Even though my videos are pretty heavily edited sometimes, I like to get them up when I can get them up. So please be patient with me as we move through this series. It's probably going to be, I'll be consistently uploading, but it may not be on the same days that you're used to. It may just be whenever I can get it up. And I'd rather get it up to you sooner than have to wait a day to stay on schedule, And I'm a very scheduled person. Trust me, this is going against my grain a little bit, just a little bit. I'm having to step outside my box a little bit just to say that I'm going to be more, what's the word I want to say? Organic. I want to be more organic with my uploads. But anyway, I could just sit and yammer with you just forever. So let's get started on these questions first. And I don't need my glasses because I've got them blown up. So number 1 is from Judy Spencer. Hi, Arlene, your closet looks great and your tree is absolutely beautiful and nice and full. I know you were pleased. I have a question for next time. When you were growing up, did your mother decorate like you? Did you get your talent for making things beautiful from her? Did you ever help her decorate when you were still at home? Thanks for always sharing everything with us. Your channel is the first I go to every day. Take care. Oh, well, thank you, Judy, and thank you for being your first stop. That's sweet. Oh my goodness, that's so sweet. That just really touched me. Sorry, my face got warm. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. When I was growing up, did my mother decorate like I do? No, she did not. She didn't have time. I think she could have, but she did not have time. She was a teacher. She worked full time, and I'm retired, or Chris is retired, but I've, not worked outside the home and not volunteered, for quite a few years. And I didn't decorate this much in my other house. I decorated a lot, but not this much. I decorate more now because of my YouTube channel, I think. I've moved into different rooms, and decorate more. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I didn't know that decorating was my passion, really and truly, until, when I lived in the other house for sure. In my 30s, I would say, once my kids got up a little bit and I realized that I wanted to get my whole house cleaned so I could go and decorate something, and they were off at school and I could, really dig in deep and decorate something or make something, so yeah. But when I was growing up, I didn't have a clue. I didn't have a clue that I would be a decorator of any sort, Did I get my talent from making things beautiful from her? We had a small house. I grew up in a little rambler house, 3-bedroom with a basement. My dad and my granddaddy, his dad, you know, did the rec room, what we called the rec room. We had a big pool table down there. Half of it was a pool table and half was my dad's TV that you dared not walk in front of when he was watching football, you know. And then we had the outside part of the basement, you know, which was storage and stuff. But Mom kept a very clean, very neat house. I wouldn't say she was an over-the-top decorator by any stretch of the imagination, but it was very classically done. She had, we had the, you know, in the 70s, you know, the olive green curtains and the gold accents and, you know, all of that. We had all that. But she had drapes, and she had a pretty picture window, and she had drapes around it, and she did a good job. My mom did a good job, but I wouldn't say that she was a crafter. My mom really wasn't a crafter, you know. So I think I got that from her mother. I think it skipped a generation when it was my mom. You know, I wouldn't say that my mom was, you know, a crafter in that way. She was a pretty decorator, but not necessarily a crafter. So, and I did help her decorate. Although the big thing was, you know, for all of us, the three of us, I'm an only child, to do the Christmas tree together. We did that together every year. And Mom kind of took care of the superfluous, you know, decor. Again, it wasn't anything like what I do. It wasn't like every corner and every tabletop and everything, you know. She would put a spattering of like a centerpiece on the dining room table, and, you know, it wasn't as much as I do. But she didn't turn her house into like a winter wonderland or anything. You know, it was like the Christmas tree and a centerpiece here and there and a little Santa Claus here and there, you know. And that's how she did it. So, okay, thank you for that question, Judy. Okay, number 2 is from Sassy Sanders. Question, I asked a few videos ago what color and brand of paint you used for your yellow room that was behind you when you filmed your video, which is behind that door right there. I have been looking for a color like yours, but can't find one I like. You said in the video to ask again, so here I am. I really need help. Thanks so much, Arlene. Love your videos. Sassy, I know I answered this underneath your question, but I told you there that I would go ahead and answer here too, just in case anybody else was interested. Here's a picture of my laundry room, and that's what she's referring to. And that color is called Butternut. One word, Butternut. From Home Depot. We got it from Home Depot. I don't know who made the swatch of paint, you guys. I'm sorry to say I don't know that, but I do know the color is Butternut. So maybe if you would ask at the paint counter, that might ring a bell for somebody, but it is Butternut. Okay, number 3 from Lisa. Hey, Lisa. Hi, Ireland. That tree is stunning. Great haul from Kohl's. Totally in love with the nativity set. So I ordered one on Amazon. Yay! I know the price on Amazon was actually a little cheaper than what I paid at Kohl's. It's out of stock at Kohl's, which is good for you guys. Just go to Amazon. You know, I've got it in my Christmas gift list if you are interested. Let's see. We were at Kohl's yesterday and bought 2 deer antler candle sleeves. Nice. It was a very quick, but I was so excited because it was the first time since February that I got to go to any store. Yay! We also went to Target. Yay! Anyway, the Christmas quilt is beautiful. Very farmhouse. I love it. You look super pretty today. Oh, well, thank you. Love your hair. Well, thank you. Do you like your hair longer, or do you prefer it shorter hair? Have a wonderful visit with Maverick. And we did. Here's a little picture of Maverick. Boy, we had a big visit. We had a big time. I mean, it was just a short visit because we were just going. We told him we just want to come for a couple hours just so we can see the little tyke, you know. And we were good to our word. We always are, you know. And but boy, was it good to hold him, snuggle him. He is, oh my word, is he like reaching out for things, reaching for my, speaking of long hair, I was walking around like this all day holding him. He had my hair in his little fist all the time, bless his heart. Was grabbing for my necklace, you know, grabbing for my earrings. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. Do I like my hair longer? I am enjoying my hair like this longer. It is, and I just started letting it grow. I'd gotten it cut shorter. I kept going shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter last year, you know? And I had it a little bit longer. It was probably about down to here before I started cutting it. It is about at the length where I was going for, maybe about a ½ inch longer. I may go that much longer, but it is, you know, it is layered. And, you know, I have been enjoying it. I've really been enjoying the color she's been giving me and the highlights. And I go on Thursday, you guys, to get color. Can you tell? But it's time for some new highlights. But these highlights have held up beautifully. And you guys have really been complimenting me on my hair. So I thank you guys so much. So you guys must be liking it a little longer than it was. And so I've really been enjoying it. Yeah. And I've been able to, you know, as you've seen in my messy bun, getting it up a little bit and doing a couple of different things. And sometimes I'll leave it straighter than others, or I may not, like I'll curl it really a lot. This is like second 2-day hair here. I'll curl it a lot the first day. And then like this morning, I didn't like go overboard with the curling iron. I just kind of, you know, fluffed it and went on, you know, so, and then tomorrow I may do the same thing, but the next day I'll put it up. And I've been going 4 days, you know, without washing my hair. Actually, well, no, that'll work because I've got to go get my hair done on Thursday, so I'll wash it that morning. You can't go with products in your hair, and you know, I'm putting dry shampoo in it and, you know, anything to give myself some body. So I think I'm liking it a little better longer because you can do more with it. You know, I think short hair is cute. But you know, and I liked it while I had it for sure, you know, but I have been enjoying it being longer again. Okay, thank you for that question, Lisa. Number 4 from Tammy as well. Hi, sweet Arlene. I love all your videos. Your hair looks especially pretty today. See, thank you. Not that it doesn't always. I was wondering how you attach your garland to your staircase. Do you use command hooks, zip ties, or something else? Thank you for sharing, and hugs. We use zip ties. We definitely use zip ties. I wish we probably could find brown ones to match the railing. You can see what color the railing is there. But we use zip ties, and it's fine. You can't even see them. You know, only the people who go up the steps, which isn't very many, you know, can really see them. So yeah, we use zip ties. They hold the best, in my opinion. So that was a quick one. All right, thank you for that question, Tammy. Okay, number 5 from Patricia Dunaway. Hi, Arlene, your flock tree is big, full, and stunning. Thank you. Fluffing all the branches can really be time consuming on a big tree. Yes, it can. I can't wait to see it decorated. I can't wait to get it decorated. Every year when I begin decorating for Christmas, I destroy every room in the entire house. Decorating bins, containers, and boxes everywhere. What a mess. How do you keep from doing this? Do you keep all containers in the garage or basement and pull out just what you need? This year, I need a better plan. Lots of love and hugs all around. Well, same back to you, Miss Patricia. For several years after we first moved in here, Chris would carry every Christmas bin upstairs. And I'd put it on the foyer rug and I'd line it through the living room and I would be digging here and there and everywhere, and it would drive me crazy, like you have just said. So last year, actually this year, when I started doing my patriotic, I guess, or maybe it was my spring, I just started going downstairs and picking and choosing or picking a bin. Chris will line all, like right now he has all of my, right under me actually, or right over there downstairs, has everything, all of my Christmas bins in a row. And I did a good job when I put everything away last year and I labeled everything really, really well. And so I'll go down and I'll either pick and choose out of my bins, or I'll just say, I need that one, honey, if you could bring that bin upstairs. And then I'll walk around and poke at this or that or the other thing, you know, that I might need. But yeah, it drove me crazy, and it almost to the point where I was in tears, because I would sit down at night and have this hot mess everywhere in my house, and I couldn't stand to sit and look at it, you know. Really and truly, I am a clean freak and I'm very organized, and it drives me crazy. Look at my table when things are in disarray or in chaos. I do much better with it when everything's structured and decorated and nice. Of course, we have to go through these stages to get to that point, you know. So, but yeah, so now I go downstairs. We keep them down in the basement, and I go down and I pick and choose what I want. Okay, and then number 6, Miss Nellie, you wrote me this just yesterday. It'll probably be, I don't know when I'll get this up, but apparently I had missed answering your questions, or if I hadn't, I don't remember answering all of them. So we're going to go through these again, like kind of quick fire questions. So she says, Nellie Hagen, she says, hi, Arlene, your new Christmas tree is going to steal the show this year. Aw. I still haven't heard an answer on my 3 questions I had for you, and I've asked them 3 times. Oh, gosh. Did I miss you answering them? I watch all of your videos and haven't caught the answers to them. I'm so sorry, Nellie. Well, I will ask again and hope you don't mind. And of course I don't. And now there's 4 questions. So here we go. What will little Maverick call you and Chris by name when he's able to talk? I will be Grandma. And Chris will be Grandpa. Decided on that because the kids have always had dogs, you know. And we've always been, go to Grandma, let's go to Grandma's, go see Grandma, go see Grandpa, blah, blah, blah. So instead, I was gonna go with Nani for a bit, but decided it was like throwing me off my game, y'all. I couldn't wrap my brain around it. So we're going with Grandma because that's what's comfortable. But he may not get Grandma out. So whatever he comes up with, the rendition of Grandma, that's what it will be. But when Candace refers to me, when Dustin refers to me, it's Grandma, you know? Okay, number 2, will you and Chris ever think about downsizing your home and moving into a smaller house? Yeah, I know I've answered these couple anyway, and the next one too. Yes, we have thought about downsizing, and we'll probably only be in this house for another, I don't know, Lord willing, another decade. And I know that we won't be in here if we can't handle the house, if we can't handle to clean it and to do the yard work. The yard is huge. It's a huge undertaking to do that. And Chris does all of that. Also, we do have a main floor master bedroom, so that will help us stay here longer, I think, that we don't have to do the steps. But Chris does carry everything up and down the steps as it is for me now. I carry myself up and down the steps. That's about all I carry, you know. So until we can't handle this, and we will not have cleaners come in and we will not have somebody else come mow the grass. When we cannot physically handle this house, that's when we will move out and probably go into an active adult community. I would imagine I can see us doing that, you know. So yeah, I said when we first moved in here, they're gonna have to carry me out of that house, you know. Well, I don't feel that way anymore. I feel like I know that there is going to come a time when this will become a burden. This big house will become a burden, and we don't want that kind of a burden, you know. So, and number 3, will you and Chris ever get a new puppy again? Possibly so. Not anytime in the near future, though, because we went for 37, 38 years with having multiple dogs at one time, usually. And we want to do some traveling. We want to do some world traveling, Lord willing, if we can ever do that again. You know, we want to do that first, and then probably eventually, you know, we'll get a dog. You know, I don't know whether we'll rescue or get a puppy. I'm not sure. But I can see us doing that because it's very quiet here without my dogs. I miss my dogs terrible, but not right now. That's what we've decided. And number 4, what encouraged you to use blue and white as pops of color in your decor? Was it your mother? Thank you again if you get to answer my 4 questions. God bless and have a wonderful day. I know I've answered these, Nellie, sweetie. I know I have. I just answered this about the blue and white. It might have been somebody else, though, that asked all the questions. Absolutely, it could have been. So it was the sugar bowl and creamer that my grandmother had. That's kind of what encouraged me. I had also been talking to Danielle a little bit about doing it and thinking about it and going, boy, that would be a big undertaking. And it has been a big undertaking to get everything switched over to the blue and white. But now that I'm getting there and now that I'm really on a roll with it, it's really making the rest of the year, except for right now, for Christmas time, much easier, you know, to deal with. So, but that, my mom really didn't. Although my mom loved blue, she did. Blue was one of her favorite colors, and I always say that at Christmas time that I dedicate, you know, that decor out there to her, because she would like, you talk about somebody who would love that blue and white tree. My mom would love that because she did love blue. She loved blue. So, but she didn't have a lot of blue in her house. Her bedroom, their bedroom was done in blue. The rest of it, as I mentioned, was, and then when they moved into a new house after I left. I lived in the same house for 20 years. And then a few years after I got married, they moved to another neighborhood and had a 2-story house similar to this, to my own other house. And that was in the 80s with the mauves and the blues. So she went to kind of the mauves and that kind of blue. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's it. And that's all my questions, you guys. And as I said, I have not gone through all of my comments from my mantle decor. So if there are more questions out there, please forgive me for not answering them here. I probably haven't seen them yet, you know. So, but that was all the questions I had. And thank you for asking. And I hope I answered them okay for you guys. I just smashed my finger with my computer. All right. Now, let's get started on this little lantern swag. And let me show you the lantern. See if I can reach it here. Hang on. I decided, since my colors this year are kind of red, white, gold, that's pretty much what I've been going with so far, red and white and gold, I decided to leave my white lanterns out. You know, it's not like shoes you have to change out after, you know, or you can't wear white in the wintertime. Remember, our moms told us that. You can't wear white in the wintertime. You got to wait till after Easter. Easter Sunday's the first day I could ever wear white and carry a white pocketbook, you know. And I've kind of, I don't know why I've, you know, transferred that over into my decor sometimes in the years past. But I have, you know, and I'm not going to this Christmas because I think a white lantern with what I'm going to make is going to be super pretty. And so I've decided to keep, this is the same lantern that I had, like the green, you know, foliage on and the blue, you know, the blue bow for the blue and white cottage decor. But this time I'm going to make a little Christmas swag. I'm going to bump up the decor on this a bit. And I'm not going to make a funky bow swag though. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. But let me get my camera turned around here so you can see what I'm doing and follow along. And we're going to get to doing this little lantern swag. Okie dokie, you guys. Here's the lantern. Where did I get this lantern? I got this lantern at And That for a song. This was on a deep sale one time at And That. And that's where I got it. And it's not, so it wasn't expensive. It was like $12. I want to say it was like $12 for this. So what I'm going to do first, and this is not going to take me but just a second, I am going to, you can see that Chris has this rigged up. Don't ask me how he does it. You can Google how to make a battery operated candle into a USB plug-in to make it so that you can plug it in with a USB. And that's what he's done with this. So I won't be able to light this until I have it into place whenever I do my hearth decor. But y'all get the idea with this. So the first thing I want to do though is make a little candle ring to go around inside of the lantern, to go around this candle. So let me move this out of the way for just a second. And what I have here is just a little candle holder. And what I have here is just a little pipberry ring that I had in this lantern to begin with. And what I want to do, I have just some red berries here. And what I want to do is just put some red berries in with this. This is almost like a little, these were kind of long berries on a, hang on. Berries that hung down from like limbs. And I can't remember where I had this or why I had it like this. I can't remember what I bought that for. But anyway, I'm just going to add some of these red berries in to this white pipberry garland. And I don't even know whether I'm going to attach it with any kind of tie wrap or anything. I may just kind of wrap it in with the pipberries, y'all. I really just need it to go around the front because you're not going to really be able to see the back of this. It's going to be, you know, snugged up against the wall. I just want to add a touch of the red in with this. No, I don't have to go all the way around the back, but will I? Yes. Because I'll know I didn't. Okay. There we go. Cute. And so easy, right? so easy. So let me get my candle in here, and I made sure that my little, or Chris's little wires were sticking out so he could plug in whatever he needs to plug in. And this will just go right inside this lantern, just like that. No, I think I'm going to leave that. I was thinking about taking it off of the candle holder because I just had it sitting on the base of the lantern to begin, you know, when I had it in the other decor, but I think I'm going to leave it like that. I like it up like that a little bit, I think. All right, now let's talk about what I'm thinking of doing here for a swag. Remember this ribbon that I used up in my wreath that's hanging on the mirror? Well, this lantern is going to be kind of catty-walk to the right of the mirror. You're still going to, when you look at the fireplace, you're going to be able to see this. So I thought, how pretty would it be to make just a little swag? And again, I don't think it needs to be huge or in your face. These all from Michael's. Michael's, by the way, has their stuff on sale now for 30% off, has their Christmas stuff on sale. So really and truly, I just want to make this very simply. I want to turn these two on one another like that. And all this is going to do is kind of be attached to the handle and kind of look like that. Just like that. Okay, but I am going to make a little red bow, two-tailed bow out of that same ribbon. And I am going to hang, I think I'm going to hang these I'm not sure where I want to hang these. Coming down this side maybe. Like that. And have this over here. So we'll see. Got these from Michael's too. They were, I don't remember how much they were, you guys. Really cute. I want to say they were $7.99. 30% off. They still don't have 50% off. They have 30% off. You know? All right, here, let me get my tie wraps here. Let me put you down so you can watch me work. And I'll make my bow in a second. I think I'm going to start with this little swag though. And I'm going to cut this down. I'm going to cut the stem down. And I think I want some of those same red berries that I had up in the wreath in with this. Okay, and I got some of these little poinsettias, and I don't need, these were $1.99, and I just got a couple of picks. And I also got red ones. So just a little. And I think that's it. I think that's all I want to do, unless I get it on there and see something, you know, different. I'm not going to tie this together till I get my bow made. I want to get my bow made and see how it's going to fit. And then I will adjust the flowers and tie everything together. Okay, something like that though. Not in your face, not a ton, but just a touch. Okay, so let me see. As I said, I just want a 2-loop, 2-tailed bow, and I definitely want to try to use this ribbon. Oops, that's how much I had left from the other roll. I had a pipe cleaner out here. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I got this ribbon at Home Depot. And I think it's meant to go in Christmas trees, but I'm using it as bow ribbon. So, and I use this in that Wreath Refresh. There's a link for that. I'll put a link for that. But it's it's one of my videos here in my playlist, my Christmas playlist. So all I want to do is make a 2-loop, 2-tailed bow. So I don't want it to be a huge bow either. I want it just to be a nod to that bow, if you will, up on the fireplace. So I want to try to make it as little as I can make a bow of this width, with this width ribbon. Okay, so there's the 2 loops. As I said, I just want it little. And now I'm going to really have to muscle this and twist it and make a little center loop like that. And then as I pull that under, makes a nice little center loop, okay? And then I just want 2 very little tails, or maybe 3, we'll see. But that's it. Not difficult at all, but it gives us a little, and I just accordion that, I caught it underneath, sorry, and accordion the right side up. Accordion it together to make a 2-loop, at least 2, maybe 3-tailed bow. So let me cut it off of the roll here. Okay. And then I take a pipe cleaner and I put it over my thumb, under the loop, but over my thumb and not through my thumbnail, my thumb rings, which I've done. Go to about the center point, pull the bottom around the bottom and the top around the top, and then pull it, your fingers up as tight as you can, and then twist. Twist the bow and twist the pipe cleaner. Okay, now I want to cut this in half. And I don't think I want this 3rd tail, so I'm going to cut this off. I don't think I would. Okay, so there we go. 2-loop, 2-tailed bow. And I just want that right in the middle of that. See that? And I might cut those tails up pretty short. So I think that I've left myself good enough room. So I'm going to tie all this together with some tie wraps. So let me go ahead and do that. Okie dokie, now I'm gonna go ahead and add this bow, and then I'm gonna get it put on the lantern before I cut anything down. Now I'll tell you the truth, this is the way I'm gonna go ahead and cut this up a little bit, and I'm going to take a pipe cleaner and I'm going to put it, feed it right to the in through the pipe cleaner. I'm going to take a tie wrap, excuse me, and I'm going to feed it underneath the pipe cleaner that I used to close the bow with. Come on now. And then I'm going to tie the bow on to the swag. Right about like that, I think. Okay, there we go. Now, you might think my next thing that I'm going to do is a little bit unconventional too, but instead of tying this on with, like, sometimes I'll put a ribbon through the back of the bow and tie the whole thing on to this part of the lantern. Well, I didn't want this swag to be on this part because I knew I wanted the bells on there too. Instead, I want to put it over here, and I want to put it up on the handle. So I'm going to use yet another tie wrap. Actually, I think I'm going to use a white one this time. And I'm going to tie wrap it right to the handle. And let me see here. Right like that. And there we go, my friends. These are not real bendable, but we're gonna bend them anyway a little bit. Oh, I like it like this. I do. I think it's super pretty. I will cut them at an angle first. I want to keep this handle up a little better, so I'm going to tie the bells onto it, and I think that will help hold the handle in place. I messed up on the tails, so I'm going to... Okay, you guys, I didn't like that bow. I cut the tails too short. So I dovetailed the tails, and I will use it somewhere else. And I'm going to quick make another one. And probably use up the rest of this ribbon. But I'm going to leave the tails a little longer. What do you think? I messed up on my first bow.
You messed up on a bow?
I know. Can you believe it? I know. I had to make another one. I cut the tails too short, look.
And we thought it really is too short.
It's just a little itty bitty bow.
It looks like it's just a poor little thing.
I know. So I made one with longer tails. Yes, I know the lantern appreciates my attention to detail here.
Looks nice.
Now it looks better, yes. All right. And I think all I'm going to do with these, I'm going to leave them long for now, you guys. And if I feel like I want to cut them shorter later, I will. But right now, I don't trust myself. So I'm going to cut them, just dovetail them at the bottom. There goes Chris. And this one. And they might look just like this when you see them next, or they might look different. Who knows? All right, I feel better about that now. There we go. If it's not like how you want it to be at first, then keep messing with it, you know, until you get it the way you want it. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm just messing with it till I get it the way I want it. I think that is good. Shoo! Took me a minute, but that's okay. You know, that just goes to show you that things don't always come together perfectly for me. Sometimes this girl needs to work on things, you know? And that's okay. And I might sit back and look at this later tonight and be going, oh, what am I thinking? I want to do something different. But actually, I like it. Of course, I'm still fooling with it. I think it looks pretty. All right, you guys. I'm going to stop while I'm ahead here today. Okay. All righty, you guys. Well, that'll do it. Oh my goodness. I do love it in the end, though. It does look super pretty in the end. And then with that candle lit up. You know, I am having second thoughts about that candlestick, too. I really kind of think I'll like it better without it, so I can see the whole candle. I'm just changing my mind all over the place, right, today? And that's okay. That's a crafter's prerogative, right? I think I like that better, especially when it's lit. I'll fix the front there. But yeah. I think that'll work out better. Alrighty, you guys. But as I said, keep those questions coming if you have more. And I'll do more videos like this where I just add them to a little craft or to a little vignette or whatever as I'm going here. And we'll combine the two as we work our way through my, my Christmas decor series. I just had something pop up there. Sorry. I usually put my phone on airplane mode and forgot. I got a phone call in the middle of this. This is just one of those days, you guys. Oh, my land, have mercy. Oh, and here comes the lights. Okay, I'm going to stop this. bomb ahead. It's just a tragedy of errors today. So let me go into my final words and say, I hope that all is well with everyone. And for those of you who are struggling or suffering with a catastrophic illness or chronic pain, I hope that you have someone there with you, taking care of you, helping you get through each day, making the very, very best out of each day. I hope there's nothing weighing on your minds or your hearts, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or from where it should be. I love y'all to bits, to bits, to bits, hugs all around, and I keep you in my thoughts and my prayers every single day. And with all that said, I'll just say, until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye.